Tomatoes are a plant that will benefit greatly from a trellis. It is a vining plant that can easily reach 8 to 10 feet tall. So if you're not giving your plant the support it needs, you're not going to maximize the productivity you can achieve. Today, I'm building a cheap, simple, and reliable trellis that can easily double or even triple your harvest of indeterminate tomatoes. And the great thing about this trellis is it works tremendously for every type of garden. Whether it's an in-ground, raised bed, or even a grow bag garden, you name it, this is going to work. This build starts at Home Depot, where I'm going to pick up some supplies. You at home are likely going to need a few items that you don't already have, and so I'll list them on the screen now. I opted not to buy a fence stake driver and used a hammer instead, but you can always opt to buy one if you kind of want that ease of use. I start by driving my fence stakes into either side of the area in which I want the trellis to run over top of. Then I take 2-inch by 1-inch by 8-foot boards and drill pilot holes that line up with the stakes that I just drove in. From there, I use 1 1/4 inch deckmate screws to affix the board to the fence posts. Everything I'm doing on one side, I'm doing the exact same to the other side. Once the boards are securely fastened, I use a 90-degree metal angle on either side to prepare to attach the upper beam. Using these metal angles to conjoin the boards rather than just screwing the boards together will prolong the life of this trellis. Because the boards are only 1 inch thick, the metal will allow the joints to kind of torque and stretch in the wind rather than screwing the boards into one of another and running the risk of having the brittle pine wood start splitting or cracking. Once both angles are attached to the vertical supports, I secure the top beam to them. This is the complete frame of the trellis, and now it is a matter of creating a device for the tomatoes to vine up. For this, I'm using twisted mason twine. However, any non-biodegradable string or rope you have lying around will suffice just fine. I tie one end of the twine into a slip knot, toss it over the top beam of the trellis, and weave the rest of the line through. This securely tightens it to the upper beam. I then create a loop on the other end of the twine that reaches the soil. I tie the loop into an overhand knot to a landscaping fabric stake and pass one of the legs of the stake through the loop. This secures the stake, and if measured correctly, should provide the perfect balance of tautness to the twine. The final step is to repeat this as many times as you need for your garden. In my case, my square foot garden has room for 7 tomatoes, so I'm going to have 7 pieces of twine coming down from the upper thing. I've built this trellis before actually planting my tomatoes into the ground, so I'm going to use this wooden post to demonstrate its practicality. You train the twine around the tomato stalk, and then you can use something like a tomato clip, or even just a little bit more twine, to secure the tomato stalk to the trellis. By using this trellis method, you inhibit the amount of impact that gravity actually has on your tomato plant. What that allows is for the tomato to really maximize its growth potential, which in return will increase your fruit set and overall harvest at the end. Thank you so much for watching this video today. If you liked it, please subscribe, comment, share, and show any support you can for the channel. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.